off the high of the day. Let's bring him in. Oliver Slope, Blue Line Futures. See what he's got to say about it all. Oliver, anything jump out of you there? The floor is yours.
Well, a lot of positive developments here over the last 24, 36 hours in the grain markets. We were weaker the night of the election and then found our legs yesterday and finding follow through strength in today's trade, which is nice to see. We got the weekly export sales report. And again, for corn, that was above the top end of expectations. And the corn demand just continues to blow the doors off. And that's really been, promoting the higher price action that we've seen. And it certainly helped the technical landscape look quite a bit better as well. We're right up near these September, October highs, though, 432.5 to 434.25. I think that might be a little bit of a barrier. I don't know that we're going to have enough gas to get out above there, but that would be the upside target here in the near term. And if you're a producer who's looking at these prices saying, man, I wish I would have sold some of that corn up near 430, well, you're getting pretty darn close to those levels again. So this might be an opportunity to layer in some protection. The volatility is still relatively low for corn, so options could be a good vehicle to look at there, especially ahead of tomorrow's WASDE report.
What about volumes? I mean, is there a ton of volume going through? Or is it pretty quiet?
The volumes are picking up quite a bit. We've seen the markets flying around here since the election, not just in the grain markets, but a lot of the other markets too. And that's kind of spurring some money flow, which is honestly nice to see. We're kind of watching paint dry there for a little bit, but a lot of these markets are flying around, and volatility often creates some opportunities.
Yep,
so,
sure
we got the Federal Reserve meeting this afternoon and then a WASDE report tomorrow. So we expect there to be plenty more opportunity to round out the week.
All righty. We're going to go away. Don't move. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to go back and talk more with Oliver Slope, Blue Line Futures. He's in Chicago. We'll be right back right after this. Oliver, thanks for being on. What are your thoughts when it comes to the livestock market?
Well, it's been pretty quiet. If you would have told me that the stock market was rallying like it was over the last 24 hours and the cattle complex was relatively mixed, I probably would have thought that you were bluffing. But here we are. And I think a large part of that lack of movement to the upside and with the stronger outside markets is probably just the fact that the funds are already pretty aggressively long. Looking at the Commitment of Traders report last week, funds are long over 100,000 futures and options contracts for live cattle, which is the largest position since last October. So if everyone that wants to buy is already long, there's just not a whole lot of new buyers there. And on top of that, the cash market's been pretty stagnant here over the last week and a half, near 187. So until something changes there, I think we probably find ourselves in a little bit of a range-bound trade here in the cattle complex.
Yeah, you're not the first person to mention that. Maybe we're range-bound. You're probably right, or we need to replenish these longs because they feel like they're getting a little long in the tooth. No pun intended.
Yeah, it does. I think the higher velocity risk is probably to the downside. So once you start breaking below technical levels, you could have some long liquidation occur. And talking about long liquidation, I think that could be more relevant to the lean hog market where funds are record net long. That's going to be very interesting to see play out.
It's one of those things, if somebody starts to go for the door, it's like, do you want to fade that trade and stay in that place or no? Because it's a big-time rug pull. And if you talk about cattle, it was about this time last year they had their last big rug pull, right?
And that's a narrowed exit door in the livestock market.
Yes, it sure is. All right, thanks for being on. Great stuff as usual. Oliver, see you again next week. Oliver Slope, Blue Line Futures coming to us from Chicago. Bring it back here to Nashville. This one more